Hello, is this Linda Ooms?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, is it too late to call or is it okay?
No, it's okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know what time it was. My time difference was off.
It doesn't matter. It's just 10:30 here in Holland.
Okay. Well, if we don't get everything in today, is it okay with you if I call you again tomorrow just for follow-up if we have anything left over?
No, you can call me tomorrow only a little bit earlier because I'm going to a kickbox event tomorrow, so we are leaving a little bit earlier in the afternoon.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about your upcoming fight with Jemyma. Can you tell me a little bit about what led up to this fight and how you feel about it?
How I feel about the fight?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a challenge to fight to her, and I'm looking forward to the fight. And well, yeah, that's it.
How long have you known that you were going to be fighting her?
Not so long, because first I was going to fight a Belgian girl for another title, the title of Belgium, the Netherlands, and Luxembourg. But that fight didn't go on, so they put me against Jemyma, and it is now for a European title fight.
Do you already have a title for Luxembourg?
Yes.
And how long ago?
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say?
Go ahead.
Yes, I got a world title until 52.16 kilograms.
Okay, and is this for the same weight class or is this a different one?
No, this is the same weight class.
Okay. And what fight number is this for you? You're in your 30s fights now, yeah?
Yeah, well, I lost a little bit of count, but I think it's my 33rd fight is then.
Okay. And I read that you started fighting when you were 15. How has fighting changed for you?
Well, at first it was not my goal to fight. It was mostly for self-defense. And the first time I thought what's happening to me was this, because I fought a real wild girl in my first fight. But after that fight, I thought, I wanted to win this fight, so I challenged her again. And I won that fight. And after that, when you felt so... if you win a fight, and then the feeling you get, that is so beautiful. And if you felt that one time, you want to feel that more.
Yeah.
So this was the start of doing more fights.
I was reading also something that I very, very much like about you. I was reading an interview is that you rematch opponents a lot. Like if you fight someone and you don't win that fight, you're very eager to fight them again. Which is it's rare and it's very cool. I really like that about you. So how do you feel when you're getting ready to fight someone again who you've already fought? How do you prepare yourself for that?
Well, it's different when you fight someone who you have fought before, because then you know how that person is fighting and how the person punches and kicks.
Right.
And most of the time, I just prepare myself with my trainer on the things I do well. I'm not going to look if she uses punches a lot or hooks. I'm not going to train for that. I'm just training for the things I do well.
Right.
So the preparation for a fight against a girl who I fought before is not very different from the preparation for other fights.
Right. And do you look at your opponents at all to get ready? I mean, you just said that you just want to be prepared yourself and you don't look too much into what their strengths are. But do you know how Jemyma fights, or do you know kind of how you plan to go in there?
Well, I didn't watch her fighting because then I'm, how you say that in English, then I will look what she's doing, and then I won't fight my own fight. So
right.
My trainer knows how she fights, and well, he's preparing me for that, but he's not telling me too much details about, oh, she's doing this or that, so that I'm fighting my own fight.
Very good. Do you feel that between the first round and the second round, when you've you've gone into the ring with someone and you've experienced the first round with them, that you've gained all the information you need of how to fight them for the rest of the fight, or do you think that it changes all the time?
I think it changes all the time. It's just you never know how a fight goes on. If you step in the ring, anything can happen. And so most of the time, my trainer gives tips during the fight or in the corner, and those tips depend on how the fight is going.
Right.
And how I am doing, if I'm tired or not, or if I got more points than my opponent. So that's very different. I can't say that in essence. That depends just on how the fight is going.
And do you feel any different when you're preparing for a title fight, or it's just another fight?
Well, I'm always very serious about all my fights, if it's a title fight or not. But, well, it is nice when you can fight for a title, so it is special. But I always prepare for every fight. I do always everything I can to win that fight. So my preparation is not different.
Do you find that when you fight in different countries that the judging is different?
Sorry, what did you say?
When you fight in different countries, have you found that the judging is different? How the judges score you is different from Europe to America or anything like that?
Yes, for sure. But also in Holland, we have different organizations, and they all judge matches in a different way. And also this in other countries. And sometimes they judge on the impact of the punches or kicks. So if they see an impact of a punch, then it's a point. But in some countries, kicks count more than punches. Or, well, there's difference per organization.
How do you feel about your experience kind of being in a country that supports Muay Thai and kickboxing, and a country that kind of is at the forefront of it? There are a lot of countries that are just now learning about it, but a lot of really good fighters are already in your country.
Well, I think, Holland is at the forefront, but it is still kickboxing. A lot of people still think it's an aggressive sport. It's a sport for in which criminals are involved. So although you see it more and more on television, and you see it more and people do it more, but there's still some people think that it's an aggressive sport, and especially for women. I mean, men get paid a lot of more money than women.
Right.
And men can stand on the large events in Holland, and sometimes you only see one women fight, or sometimes you don't even have one women fight. So I think Holland is in front of maybe in comparison with other countries, but it is especially for the men. I think for women, we need to grow more, and we have to get more chances to get stand on the different events.
You've been with your trainer for a really long time. Have you trained with other women at any point in that time?
With other women?
Yeah, like with peers, kind of. Do you spar with women or train with them?
Well, sometimes I train with women. Most of the time I train with men who are a little bit heavier than I am. But I sometimes also train with my sister, a younger sister. She's a B-class fighter, but she weighs about 60 kilograms, so I can train also with her. And we have other sparring. I had other women sparring partners, but at the moment, I think it's only me and my sister who are doing matches. So there are no other women who I train with at the moment.
Does that feel strange to you, or it's just the way it's always been, or would you like to train with more women?
No, it's not strange to me. I've always been between the men, and well, they accept me also as one of them. So it's not strange to me.
What do you think that is about you, that the men accept you? Because there are a lot of times that men don't, given cultural differences or something like that. But it's definitely a nice feeling to be accepted. But do you feel like you have to do anything for that, or it's just your sincerity?
No, I think it's just our club where I train. Everyone is equal there, and it's also everyone is welcome if you're now a man or a woman. So I think it is especially in our club that we are all equal.
Hmm. And does your sister feel the same way? You're all together?
Yes, I'm sure she feels the same way, and we also do a lot of things together with the whole team. This also with the men, and we are just all one. So that doesn't matter if you are a woman or a man.
Hmm. Do they are people in your gym excited about this fight for you? Have they been talking to you about it at all?
Yes, sure. There are a lot of people who want to help me prepare for the fight, and they also help me preparing for the fight. So that is very nice.
Do you know at all how your opponent is training? Do you know anything about her style or her experience? She has less experience than you, but have you seen her fight ever?
No, I have never seen her fight on an event, so I can't tell you anything about that.
Have you ever fought any of the same opponents as her? Do you share any opponents?
No, I don't think so.
That's exciting. It's the first one. Is it difficult for you at all to find opponents at your size?
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Is it difficult at all for you to find opponents that are the same size as you? It's 50 kilos is not a common weight, really.
No, in Holland it's very difficult because there are not a lot of women in that weight division, and also not in the class in which I am. But you got in other countries, there are a lot of women in that weight. But the difficulty is that a lot of promoters in Holland don't want to get someone from outside Holland to fight me because that is too expensive. And that is also for other women fights. They don't want to pay much for women fights in Holland, not yet. So that's why I'm not fighting very often in Holland. This is the first time, I think, since a year, I think, again, that I'm fighting again in Holland. My last fights were all in other countries.
Wow.